warroomsports.com. Get that mobile app.
Sports fans, War Room Sports is back. We've got a few good minutes with the Generals for you. I am here with Dev, Jimmy, the Blueprint Williams.
What up, though?
And today we have to talk about the MVP race in the 2014-2015 NBA season. We've got four main, I'd say, front runners for this award. We've got LeBron James, who's coming on strong after taking sort of a mid-season hiatus or vacation. We've got Steph Curry, who was leading the way for a large portion of the season. We've got James Harden, the Beard, definitely in contention. And then I'd say we have Russell Westbrook. Is there anybody else that's knocking on the door that's pushing for that award, gentlemen?
I don't know who would be number 5. That's a good question.
Number 5 for me would be the young pup down in New Orleans, Anthony Davis. If he can get that team into the playoff mix, you have to give him some attention. I don't doubt that he would win it, but attention has to be.
I would say number 6 is Boogie.
Also, I want to mention like Lillard too. Lillard. See, the thing about it is him and Aldridge, it's both of them, so they kind of take away from each other because they both are having amazing seasons. But what they're doing is special too.
Gotcha. So, Jimmy, let's start with you. Give your cases for each of the top 4, and then Dev will get your cases for each of the top 4.
Well, I mean, Steph Curry is having an amazing season. They've had the best record in the league, like from start to now. And it's him in terms of Harden, he's been able to do it. Dwight Howard really hasn't given him as much help as people thought. He's injured all the time, and he's holding that team. He was leading the league in scoring until Westbrook just passed him. And you have to mention Westbrook, the run that he's had with the triple doubles. Not only that, if you talk about the most valuable player, when you look at the value to his team, the way they play with him as opposed to without him, and that's even with a Durant. You have to look at him as being one of the MVP candidates. And LeBron is LeBron. He's going to be there every year. It's funny, though, because when I look at the MVP race, to me, it's sort of like I think they don't want to give LeBron anymore because you can make the case for him every year. So it's like, who has the best – who's better – like, basically, who's the best player that's not named LeBron? That's kind of what this has become at this point. Who's the best non-LeBron player? So for me right now, I probably would give the slight edge to Steph Curry right now. Because what he's been able to do with that Golden State team is amazing. I mean, this is an amazing season for them, regardless of what happens, because nobody thought they'd be in contention this fast. Brand new coach, a lot of light-skinned players, so you don't think the light-skinned guys can get together and do this. But at the end of the day, he's having a phenomenal season. And to be honest, if I had to rank the 4 right now, I'd probably have Curry 1, LeBron 2, Westbrook, and then Harden. That's no knock on Harden, no knock on Westbrook. About the most valuable player. Right. To be honest with you, the most valuable player probably is LeBron, but the most valuable non-LeBron player would be Curry to me. So I would give it to Curry at this moment.
Okay, so Jimmy would roll with Curry. Dev, your cases for the top 4 and who you're rolling with.
The interesting part about this is the top 4 and even the 5th that I mentioned. Those are the top 5 scorers in the league right now.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah, I think and the order goes Westbrook at 27 even, James Harden right behind him at 26.9, LeBron at 26.3, Anthony Davis at 24.2, and then Steph Curry at 23.8. Like Jimmy said, Steph Curry would have to get a lot of attention. That team is 47-12 right now, sitting with one of the best records in the league between them and Atlanta, surprisingly. But I do think Golden State, I think the pieces that they have around him, even though he's the main piece, the main cog, I think if I'm going valuable, I don't know if it would be him because they have people, nightly that can pick up the slack if need be. He just picks it up on most nights. I think what Harden and Westbrook are doing is definitely valuable because, as Jimmy noted with Dwight Howard, Harden's help is often not available, and Westbrook the same way. I mean, he's had his issues this year with injury, but Kevin Durant has been in and out of the lineup with injuries as well, and it seems like Russell's being called upon to keep this team afloat. And they're battling for an AC right now anyway. And then you have the young guy down in New Orleans who's trying to, battle with OKC to try to get into the playoffs. Like Jimmy said, LeBron is LeBron. But even with that being said, LeBron has a lot of talent running with him right now. And the whole experiment or whatever it was in the beginning of the season where he was trying to let them play through their mistakes, that's what they say he was doing. Whatever it is, LeBron has flipped a switch. And I would say a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, LeBron wasn't even in this race. Now I think he's in this race and could be one of the front runners in this race. It all depends on how Cleveland finishes the season because they've flipped the switch and they're just battering teams right now. But the edge to me right now, I think it would have to go with maybe the Beard right now as MVP because, his big man, Mr. Superman, or Stuperman, as Shaq likes to call him.
Superman!
Like Jimmy said, is not giving him much help, so Harden is out there doing it all.
But I'm going to tell you one thing. Here's why Steph's going to win it, though, because he's more marketable. He got that State Farm money behind him.
That's probably going
to He's married.
He's married. He's about to have another kid. He's safe. He's very safe.
He's
and, a lot of kids love Steph. The guy led didn't he lead for All-Star votes?
By far.
Yeah, he actually beat out LeBron for votes. He's like the most popular guy. Because the thing is, a lot of kids see him because he's like, he's so small, so they can see themselves in Steph Curry.
They relate, and he looks like a kid. He still looks like he's 12. So
so the NBA gonna give him that push, and how better to start his push to to market him as the next guy than to start him off with an MVP. And it's deserving. He's having an amazing in that team. Yeah. A lot of times, you get rewarded for team success even in an MVP race.
Right. It's funny. I'm such a Steph Curry fan. Like I love to watch him rock. But for me, when I analyze his numbers and I watch the game and I watch that team, he's number 4 for me because he's running with perhaps the second or third best 2 guard in the league in Clay, who's capable of putting up 37 in a quarter once in his life. So that alone for me, like that team is very, very, very talented.
I can't look at that. I mean, when Mike was winning MVPs, Scottie was the best all-around player in the league. Outside of that,
I got that. I got that. But the point being with Steph is if you take him away, you've got Clay, you've got David Lee, who's a stat stuffer still. You've got Bogut when healthy, who's one of the better defensive centers in the world, and he gets forgotten. Draymond has come on and is balling. David Lee ain't gonna be there next year because of Draymond. Iguodala is robbing them, but
he's been playing some solid minutes lately.
He has flashes where no. When I say robbing, I'm talking about salary, but actual contribute when he's on the floor, he's balling. He does everything good. So.
Well, they have a good team. They put together a good team.
Steph has a very, very good cast, and I feel like if you take him off of that roster, they still win games. Are they as good? No, but they still win games. So then, you go to Westbrook. Westbrook is actually LeBron. LeBron is number 3 for me. LeBron's 3. I think he's got plenty of talent that he's running with. They don't know how to win in the playoffs or defend, but I think if you
we know
LeBron off of that squad, they're still winning games. They're still winning regular season games as constituted.
They ain't been to the playoffs. How we know whether they know how to win or not? Kyrie and Love never even sniffed the playoffs.
Kyrie and
what they got to do in the playoffs?
Kyrie and Love, they don't win in the play. First of all, you got to play.
They don't make the playoffs.
Right, but you're missing the point. You got to play D to win, and they don't do that at all. Neither of them. Then next, I would say you've got Westbrook. Westbrook is carrying a team without the second best player talent-wise in the league. He's carrying a team. So he gets my number 2 vote. And then I finish it off, as Dev said, the Beard. The Beard's help, all he's doing is grabbing penises on the sideline. Like he has no help.
While the Beard is kicking penises.
I understand exactly what you guys are saying, right? But to me,
Man, look, Jimmy though, the Beard is a guard. Like the Beard might be one of the best point guards in the league, and he doesn't even play point guard.
And I get that.
Like,
I get all that.
Passing is death.
The thing about MVP, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's difficult because you can't like take away from a guy because he has a team. Because if that was the case, the argument you're making, AI should have been MVP every year in the 90s. I mean,
but Jimmy,
96 to like 2010.
So now you're going with my last.
No. But here's what I'm saying. You can't really take away from a guy for having a team. Magic won several MVPs. Kareem won MVPs, and he had Magic and Oscar. I mean, Mike had MVPs with Scotty. So if you look at the guys who've won MVP, when Bird won his MVP, they were a stacked lineup. But the fact of the matter is, what I'm saying is you do get rewarded for team success with the MVP. A lot of times they look for the best player on the best team. So that's one way to do it. You know what I mean?
I think is ludicrous, but
it may be ludicrous.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. This is my vote.
But you also don't want the MVP just to be the best guy on the terrible team. Like he puts up 30 and 10.
That's why Boogie Cousins is not a serious consideration.
You know what I mean? So you have to kind of weigh all these things. It's not an easy decision. You have to weigh all these things. You know what I mean? Like you just don't want to pick one guy because he's just playing stuff on a terrible team.
The Beard is out there by himself. I saw that Cleveland.
No, and they're competitive. This is why he's in that. This is why he's in the race. He kept
giving Terrence Jones the ball. Terrence Jones is fumbling it around and giving it.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you have to weigh everything. Again, these are our picks, so we're just. I think for the sake of argument.
Shout out to the Beard for stepping his defense up. I mean, he's playing well on the ball.
Here you go. You keep wanting to say that, but no, you don't.
Hey, B,
on the ball.
Jimmy, he gonna die behind that one.
He's definitely gonna die behind that one. My man doesn't play defense.
The ball. He doesn't play D off the ball because he's busy resting, but he don't let his man just. Maybe he does. I don't know.
Listen, man.
Beard, man.
I give you improvement, but I don't give it enough improvement to keep shouting it out.
Yeah, I don't give him enough improvement to even mention it. He tried one time, so now he's improved because he didn't try it all before. I mean, it ain't hard to improve.
It ain't hard to be here.
It's hard to be here, but still.
All I'm saying is, man, shout out to the light-skinned brother. I know that you do have a team behind you. They put together an amazing roster, but like you have to get in consideration because they may run wire to wire as having the best record. So,
he's fun to watch.
But I think this will be one of the closest MVP. This would be one of the closest MVP races, in all time. And don't be surprised if LeBron wins again, because LeBron, quite frankly, is the most valuable player in the league.
No, LeBron and Adam Silver works for LeBron, so we understand what that is. But I mean, the Beard deserves it, man. The Beard is out there.
We know you riding for the Beard. We know that.
Josh Smith.
Get us out of here. Y'all me. I don't even really like the Beard half the time, but.
Half
the time it's called the defensive side.
Listen,
he plays no defense.
Viewers, definitely we appreciate you. Yet again, please give us your take on the 2014-2015 MVP race. Leave your comments. If any one of us are off base in any of the points that we've made, then come argue with us. Find us on Twitter. Find us on Instagram. Find us on YouTube. Argue with us. We love to debate. We love to give it to y'all. Competitive greatness and conversation. Pause.
Ladies.
Let's go. So with that being said, warroomsports.com, warroomsportstv.com. It's been great. It's been a few good minutes with the Generals. As always, don't accept mediocrity and be steadfast in your war against ignorance.
See you chumps on top.
We'll holla.
Kuwait, it's the war room with 5 nights at the round table. 5 Philly guys diversified and educated.